I guess the biggest one is in terms of setting pricing for jobs. And for the most part, like every time I've put a quote, it's usually been like a yes or a no. So that's been pretty straightforward. Uh, and my let's see.
Have you ever had to negotiate anything with artists, maybe, or venue hires, equipment?
Um, at this point, I haven't really had to negotiate a lot, as you know, I work more in like a collaborative space.
Okay.
I guess I do. Maybe we negotiate. Okay, I guess a good one is, so basically a lot of what I do is sort of getting an artist to sort of speak about their craft, or and it's very depending on the artist because it's their image that's out there. So you have to sort of negotiate what the how their brand comes across. And so it's a negotiation between what I want to do and what they want to do. And so for me, before I make a video, I always meet with the artist in a coffee shop to talk about first of all, just to get to know them as people, but also to talk about like sort of what ideas they have, because I know where I'm coming from. Oops. I know where I'm coming from, but I'm always interested to know what their perspective is, because obviously they've been in their space for a lot longer than I have, so they can bring a lot of valuable insight. So I speak to them to find out what they want to do and where they're coming from, and then I tell them what I want to do and where we're coming from, where I'm coming from, and then we just sort of discuss and like, reach for like the best bits of both, and then when we come to a consensus, we shoot the video. But yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, my experience has been pretty positive because I'm usually coming from a place of, I want this to be the best thing. I want to be happy with it, and I want you to be happy with it. Because if you're happy with it, you're going to share it, and we build a relationship, and we can do more things in the future. So I try not to let ego get in the way of like the shoots at all, because at the end of the day, like I'm trying to show them in the best light. Yeah, I think that's it mostly.
So the next one is leadership and team building. What kind of leader are you?
Well, I guess you'd probably have to ask like someone who I've led.
What attributes would you use, like words you would use to describe
Okay,
yourself as a leader?
I guess the way I see it is that I like I like to develop people on their strengths, because like I'm of the opinion of, there's in what I'm trying to do, there's a lot of things that need to be done. And like, so for example, if there was someone I'm actually like in talks to bring someone on, what we're talking about is like, okay, what are you good at, or what do you want to be good at? Are you good at writing? Are you good at web development? Are you good at video making? Are you good at? And so we talk about what they're good at, and then I try to like tailor that to them using those skills in like the business. So for example, if someone goes, oh, they want to write, I'm like, cool, you can write something for the website if you want, or you could like write and find other writers and develop your leadership skills. Or and so for me, I want it to be like, if someone comes on, I don't want them to come just to help me or the project. I want them to help themselves as well, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to keep them motivated, because they're already learning this anyway, so they might as well use what I'm doing as a sort of practice. And so I guess I'm the kind of leader to just allow people the space to develop and grow in what they want to do.
But what kind of words would you use to describe yourself, though? To pick 5 words.
Calm. What's the word? I don't know. I've never really thought about it.
Okay, well, I mean, this goes into the second question, which is, what aspirations do you have in regards to being a leader?
I want to be a leader that like people can turn to, that helps the team develop, like the whole team. And there's this like great thing I heard where it's like, you want to be a leader that trains other people to become leaders as well. And so I want to like create a team that can be developed to like lead their own teams. And yeah, I just want people to grow, because if people grow, then we all grow, and like everyone's strong together.
Yeah, it's in line with what you what your project is.
Exactly that too.
So speaking of teams, your team, what do you value most in a team?
So enthusiasm, like they need to be like enthusiastic about the idea, about the project. The second one is hard work or commitment. Like they need to be, and when I say commitment, I don't mean like 20 hours a week. I just mean that if you know if there's a task you have to do, that you get it done. Um, that kind of thing, or like you know you've really researched, you really like put in the work rather than just like handing in something. And the final one is skills. Like you know they need to have the skills to get the job done. Even if they don't have it, they need to at least show that they're like working hard to develop those skills. Because at the end of the day, we're all learning. I'm still learning. Everyone's learning. But you know you need to at least show that initiative. That okay, this is you know how I'm improving myself. Yeah, so those are things I look for.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I guess I just want to say that, you know, anyone who's an entrepreneur, I feel like the world needs more people doing things because when you do things, you empathize with other people who are doing things and you can like collaborate more because I feel like we live in a society where there's so much content out there, there's so much going on that you can sort of take all that work for granted because you see it all the time. Like this must be easy. Um, and also I feel like the more people who are doing things, like the more engaged like you are with life. Like for me, the one of the main reasons I'm actually doing this is because like I it's just a more interesting way to live life. You know, you're meeting different people, you're doing things way out of your comfort zone, you're like pushing yourself. It's so different from working at like a 9 to 5 job where you're just like, you know the job, you know, you get paid at the end of the month, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday is booked up, you know what's going to happen, how it's going to go down. Whereas this is like, 2 weeks, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what videos I'm going to put out. I don't know anything. So it's just a more interesting life.
Yeah, and you were saying earlier about how, and obviously there's so much content available.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
For people, and they don't know. And also there's this whole, I would say, a bad quality of perfectionism. Is trying to do something perfectly to create perfectionism. But it's about just doing it, and that's, you know, practice is what's important. Just practicing doing it, enjoying.
Yeah. And developing your own style as well.
Learning, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.